My name is Mark and welcome to my channel. Join me all year round, week in, week out, come rain or shine, and together we'll be fishing for pleasure. You arrive at the bank nice and early, but where do you start? The margins look nice and clear. Fry can be seen whizzing through the shallows. But a little further out, it all gets a bit cloudy. You can't penetrate the surface. Are the fish getting bigger? Are there any fish there at all? But you have dreams, you have plans. You know the place holds quality fish, or you wouldn't be there. Have you chosen the right swim? Is your target fish even there? Will there be a few surprises? It's time to find out. Let's do this. We're off the mark, troops. Not the Tench or rudd I was after, but lovely little common. Put up a great fight on float gear. That's the first one of the session. Hopefully the Tench will put in an appearance. Yeah, that led me a merry dance on a single grain of corn, size 14 hook. £8 Dexian line though, because I knew there was nuisance carp in here. So, you know, I weren't undergunned or anything. Clutch was set right. I'll go through the rig in a second, just get this back. I'll show you what I've done and how I've done it. Yeah, so I'm fishing in 8 foot of water. I'm fishing on the bottom. Obviously, my intention is to margin fish for the tench, a decent rud. There's a hell of a lot of carp in the swim. There's a hell of a lot of carp in the lake. Most of the carp I've seen are up in the upper layers, so I thought, well, I don't really want to drop my bait slowly through the swim, otherwise the carp would be taking it. So, gone with a normal straight peacock waggler approach. Painted it myself, but didn't think the original colour was bright enough. I've got £8 Dexian line. That's sinking line, low stretch by New Fish. And to get the bait straight down, I've gone with a small drill bullet and a telltale shot. Originally the telltale shot was 25mm from the size 14 hook, barbless, but I was missing bites, so I increased the distance between the telltale shot and the hook by 5mm. I'm still missing bites. And when you're fishing on the bottom like the way I do in this setup, you've got to finally adjust it until you get it right. So what I did instead, I increased the float, moved it up the line 40mm, so I've made it like 40mm deeper, and straight away, perfect indication, hooked it straight away, you know, gave me a great fight. So we're off and running. Hopefully we'll get a few tench out of here, but at the moment, as I say, the first fish of the day is a common. Nice little fish, put up a great fight, as they always do in Bain Valley. But as I say, there's a hell of a carp in here, so hopefully we'll have to get through them and get to the tench. We're up and go. Let's catch some more. We've been taking ruds on the drop, and they're getting bigger and bigger. It's not huge by any standards, but it's got a lovely thick chunky body on it. They're getting bigger. When you're fishing like this for the day, you've got to be prepared to swap and change, and look at it. Lovely deep body on her. Let's get her back. Well, that worked. Only missed the common that had his head down. Wow, that's a mirror. Well, that went to plan. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That really was margin fishing at its best. Let's get this one back, see if we can catch some more. There we go, another one winkled out, 3 foot from the bank. I should have done this earlier. Another one from that margin spot, 3 or 4 foot from the bank, that's it. Bed of particles, lunch and meat fished over the top, supermarket baits. It's a decent size, it's lively. Hang on, I'll get a good view for you in a second. And we'll get her back. Whoa, there she is in all her glory. Let's get her back. Well troops, that's another session over and done with, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I wasn't out to break any records, get a PB, get a 20, get no nonsense like that. The plan was to fish for tench. Now on this complex Bain Valley fisheries, the bailiff reckons best chance for tench is on this Lake Halifax. So that's why set my stall out first. I wanted to catch some tench. But you got to adapt and go with the flow, and I was fishing on the bottom. First decent fish was a carp. And loads of small stuff were messing me around. There was loads of carp in the upper layers moving around, and it was obvious that to get to the tench I had to get through these carp. So I've set up another rod, dedicated carp rod, but only with the stuff I had. I only come out tench fishing, I didn't come out carp fishing, so I've got supermarket baits, got the correct gear, I've got a decent enough rod and proper carp reel. Got, you know, I always have a little bit of kit just in case. And say all it was about was having a bit of fun and to show people that, you know, if you pick the right venue, you don't need to lay out loads and loads of money for bait. Now I was fishing with corn and luncheon meat. I've used a tin of luncheon meat and half a tin of corn a day. Obviously that's minimal layout. My ground bait and my particles I buy in bulk at the start of the season to minimise the cost. So any youngsters out there and you're watching this, you don't have to have the most expensive bait going. You can, if you pick the right venue, still have a good day's sport and not lay out too much money. And that's all we was doing, fishing for fun a day, fishing for pleasure. I really do appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, it wasn't it wasn't a let's go and catch a 20 or let's go and do this or let's go and do that. I just fancied it. I had a couple of nightmares on the rivers lately, fancied a bit of sport, come to a cracking fishery, well run, It's a commercial fishery, don't get me wrong, but they're mature pits. There's plenty of fish in there if you set your stall out to catch them. Obviously, if you want to go on one of the carp lakes and catch fish up to £30, they're there. But you know, today was about catching fish and having fun. I wanted to catch some tench. We didn't get them, but we got plenty up. You know, plenty of others, didn't we? You know, we had some nice carp, some nice rudd. I had about 60-70 rudd out today, all told. So I was happy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the bank real soon. Still got another rod to pack up, so if that roars off, we might have another one to show you.